I know, been missing from the live for a second. Hey guys, 1 second. I hope your week been great so far. I hope I want to shout out happy Thursday. Start your Thursday with a positive thought and let your happiness guide your day. You understand? But nevertheless, guys, happy new year. I hope the new year brings lots of laughter, joy, and peace in your life. Whatever you started out to do in 2025 and it's not finished, and you want to carry it on over 2026, do so. Big up your nice clean self. I said that I was gonna come and give you guys a content, try to come back to give you guys a content. I've been extremely busy, guys, and I hope you guys can understand that I've been extremely busy nowadays days. But nevertheless, people, it would be a bloody massacre in Manchester, England, with these guys decided that they wanted to plot to kill all the Jews in the schools and in the hospitals and everything else, guys. As you guys know, that then there's all kind of things going on in the world nowadays days and bare bloodshed. So when you think about it, guys, we're like, oh my, this is disturbing, troubling. So we're going to unpack the story. I am going to read from the best of my ability, and then we'll just go on with the content. Okay, guys? So I know that I've been like a busy, scarce, absent, not on my channel, but just giving you guys a little bit of shorts and giving you guys a little bit of video, so you guys could go ahead and watch you guys video and watch the shorts when I'm not around, just to keep you guys occupied. Quite so. But nevertheless, guys, I'm going to read from my best of my ability, and then I have the audio for you, and after that we'll go on with that. Okay, guys? So like I said, my apology, just extremely busy, guys. You guys know that I have a personal life other than YouTube, so I pay the business that pays me, right? But nevertheless, guys, let's unpack the story quick and fast. So like I said, it would be one of the bloodiest massacre in Manchester, UK, and I'm just gonna unpack the story quick and fast, and I'm just gonna read from the best of my ability. All right, guys. So my blood is boiling. Brother, the fuel plot to massacre Jews on street of Greater Manchester. Okay, guys, so let's unpack. With Walid Sadoui recruited Ammar Hussein to join him in a pogrom on the streets of Greater Manchester. Hussein wept with joy. For years, the two men had been sleeper agents for the Islamic State terrorist group. Each had lived quietly in Britain for years, waiting for the right moment to stage an attack. All right? And for the right person to give them the support to make it happen. Now, finally, it seems that 0 hour, as they call it, had arrived. They planned to disguise themselves as Jews, infiltrate, and march against the anti-Semitism, okay? So the anti-Semitism in Manchester city centre before opening fire on the crowd with assault rifles. So guys, they were going to use assault rifles, okay? The pair hoped to throw emergency services in chaos, okay, by paying people to make 999 calls across Greater Manchester, allowing them to slip away, continue their attack in the suburbs at the center of the region's Jewish community. So remember, in the community, there's children, there's babies, there's elderly, there's all kind of people in the Jewish. So they were going to murder everybody that walked in the Jew community, guys. Not only that, they were going to throw off the cops, the emergency, by making other people, paying other people to call 999 to throw the emergency force or the emergency line in chaos. So by the time everybody been calling 999, they will slip away and get away, and the police won't find them, because by the time emergency go to the Manchester, they will be all gone. So you see how it's all planned out, even to throw the 999, the emergency number, in chaos. Wow. All right. So do we also plan to attack Christians, saying, God willing, after we finish the Jews, we move on to the Crusaders, Jaja. So they were going to kill Jews and also kill Christians, all right? It would have been, according to the senior detective, the worst terrorist attack the UK had ever seen. So I told you it would be the bloodiest massacre in UK, because not only that they were going to wipe out all the Jews and also wipe out the Crusaders, also the Christians. Yes, both men envisioned being martyred, but neither recounted, with the prospect that a man they believed to be a crucial player in their plot could be a counterterrorism undercover operative. Because of the courage of the UCO known as a Farouk, Saudi was captured in the final stage of preparation in a hotel car park, while Hussein was arrested in the shop where he worked. A prosecution said, as Sadu the Primor, this was a man who was quite prepared to go out and kill children and leave his own in his process. They added at one point, he says, you know, if we have an AK-47 left over, I will leave it for my son. So not only that, he wanted to kill the Crusaders, wanted to kill the Christians, wanted to kill the Jews, also going to end up maybe dying by the time the police come there and maybe a shootout with the police. Not only that, he says, if after the aftermath, after the massacre, after the bloody event, he was going to leave an AK-47 left over for his son. All right? So he can do what I do when he grows up. So this is more than radical. This is crazy, because if you're going to do a massacre and kill all the Jews and kill all the Christians, and then when you're done with all of that massacre, by throwing the emergency number in chaos, you are going to leave your gun to your son and give him instructions. Say, when you grow up, shoot down the whole damn place as a terrorist, allegedly. Seriously, people, I ain't lying to you guys. Let me show you guys this quick and fast. All right? So like I said, 1 second. See there, people? Look for yourself. Okay? Look for yourself. If we have an AK-47 left over, I will leave it for my son so he can do what I do when he grows up. All right? So therefore, he's going to turn his son into one of these radical person as well. All right, people? And it's strange enough. It's crazy enough. But what can we say? All right? Let's continue. The disturbing mindset and the tactics of the secret ISIS network of lone wolves and the sympathizers were revealed, okay, in detail in the forensic prosecution case laid out in 3 months trial at Preston Crown Court. Now that Sadiwi, 38, Hassan Hussein, 52, have been convicted of preparing for acts of terrorism. And Sadi's younger brother, Bilal Sadi, has been convicted of failing to report them. The full story of the plot can be told. So the brother was charged, okay, and stuff like that. Now, imagine this man is 52 years old. How you going to go find yourself in terrorist act? Following Sadi, he was 38. And the brother who was charged, because the brother never went to go tell the police, hey, my brother is plotting to go and kill the whole massacre of Jews. Massacre Jews, Christians, and the Crusaders. Okay, guys? So the brother also got charged and stuff like that. All right, let's continue. On the surface, nothing about Sadi and the father of two suggested he was an extremist who, in his own words, believed Adolf Hitler should be exalted, originally from Tanzania. He was not known to police or security services, had never been referred to prevent anti-radicalization scheme, and had no criminal conviction. In case across of a personal ambition individual with a little interest in the religion, let alone extremists. Acquaintances in the UK knew him as a man who doted on his pet birds, dressed casual in sportwear, and said, okay, 1 second, and said he wasn't faithful Muslim. When he met his first wife, a British woman, he was working as an entertainer at the Tanzania resort, amusing tourists by the pool with jokes, fitness session, and dance shows. So the man turned radical. The couple settled in Clanton and Sisk. Sadu worked at Haven Holiday Village, doing overtime in the resort shop, bakery, and arcade before training as a chef and buying an Italian restaurant. The Albatross in the Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, in 2018, his marriage ended soon after moving there, and he went on to meet his second wife, with whom he had 2 children with. I wanted to progress in life, Sadu claimed 7 years later standing in the dock at the court. The truth was much darker. Wali Saudi told Farouk that he and his brother Bible committed to Islamic State when they were young boys in Tanzania. A prosecutor in the case told The Guardian, and so that became a driving force for them. And by the time they were late teenagers, early 20s, they both got into tourism industry and befriended English girls and married to come to UK. They moved into the UK with a very ingrained ISIS, greed, and conviction. The partners were without doubt, without knowledge of what was happening. The source added, the brothers would go off and speak into Arabic together. And that's one thing I hate. That's one thing I hate, people, that people speak their languages that you don't understand. Seriously, all right? So this is the weapon that they were arrested. One second. This was the weapon that they had, and they were arrested and found. And remember, he said if any AK-47s are left over, he was going to leave it for his son. Okay, guys? So this is serious, like real serious, all right? Let's continue. Saudi hated Musk, calling them the repugnant. He preferred private prayer groups and online Facebook pages where extremists were drawn together by significers, okay? Such a Saudi avatar, a picture of Paris, a terrorist, okay, whom is idolized, all right? Saudi used 10 Facebook accounts to revel in attacks and Jewish people, individual terrorist attacks, and disseminate ISIS propaganda and produced by the group media agency. By 2023, he had moved to Wigan, a greater Manchester, 20 miles west from the Europe's largest Jewish communities, to be nearer his brother. To the Saudi brother, even Hamas members were moderate, apostates. But in 2023, 7th of October, attack on Israel became an inspiration. Saudis intensify along with his desire to stage an attack in the UK. So there's an undercover operation that bust this, really. The person who he was really talking to didn't know that he was an undercover agent, okay? 5 days later, or 5 days after atrocity in Israel, he bought an ear gun to start practicing on the 26th of October. He posted an image online of a man preparing to go to war and leaving his children behind. Judge of God. Unknown to him, he was a counter-terrorism police, immersion in North Africa, subculture. This meant Saudi, a cautious, secretive individual who had spent years mentally preparing to execute a terror attack, truly believed he had met with a fellow ISIS. When he began corresponding on Facebook with Farouk in December 2023 that he recruited, the same month he posted on the social media site, I pray to you, Allah, not to catch me until I break the thirst with the Jewish Christians and their proxies' blood. Judge. Saudi believing Farouk could get him semi-automatic weapons sent by divine intervention. He paid $2,250 cash deposit on the first meeting. It was vital that Farouk let him think he could arm him. As Saudi had tried to source guns, although Albanian gangsters and police wanted to stop him from getting guns from elsewhere, Farouk had to persuade him he could get an AK-47 from Morocco and the maintain reuse until he could be arrested and hand over. All right? Police could have been arrested Sadoui early on the basis of his Facebook post. However, prosecution for those offenses would lead to him being released in a year or two and then become more a threat. Senior detective in the case said, but while they believe the undercover investigation were containing the threat from Sadoui, so the public was never at risk. The detective admitted that the tactic gave him sleepless nights. There were more than one occasion I thought, what on earth was I doing? What if he goes and does something he said? All right, people? So the detective could have locked him up on Facebook when he made that post, man going to war, and fuel all of this hate for the Jew community, but they didn't, because they said if they locked him up for that, whatever happened on Facebook, he would have come up within a year and maybe be more radical, maybe be more dangerous and stuff like that. So they wait till he carry out the plan and lock them up then. All right. Also, the detective couldn't sleep at night because he was like, what the hell? What kind of plan is this? Maybe I'm out of my wits. Maybe I'm crazy to be doing this, because this is a man ready to plot the bloodiest massacre in Manchester, England. Okay, guys? Around the same time, he befriended Farouk. Saudi recruited Ammar Hussein. Described Hussein's reaction. Saudi said, I swear to God Almighty, this is the first time I saw a man his age crying with tears and hugging me. He said, bring me a weapon. Jaja. Frank Ferguson, the head of the Crown Prosecutor Service Special Crime and Counterterrorism Division, said Ammar Hussein and military training and experience, which Walid Saudi didn't. Hussein shared Saudi the jihadist's fate. He lived and worked at Salem Appliance in a white goods repair shop in Bolton. Saudi was worried Hussein, an unpredictable character, would derail their plans by staging a spontaneous attack on his own. He was known for dressing as a follower of ISIS, including two belts that looked like a suicide belt. On one occasion, according to Saudi, he threatened someone at the restaurant saying, I am a dish and I came to you with slaughter. No. Okay, it's a long story, guys. Like, it's a long ass story, but I'm getting there, and I'm trying to wrap it up quick and fast. All right, quick and fast. Now, Saudi had already joined Jewish Facebook groups looking for marches to attack. He had taken Farouk around the neighborhood north of Manchester city center, observing the synagogue. Okay, because remember, it's the synagogues he was going to shoot up. Shops and schools. Remember, there's innocent children in the school. There's innocent people in the shops where they never gave a shit, because it would be the bloodiest massacre in Manchester, England. Okay? And he was going around in the neighborhood north of Manchester city center, observing the synagogues, shops, and school, looking for targets as he watched ordinary people peacefully going about their business. So he said that Farouk, my blood is boiling. Brother, let's get out of here, he told Farouk. We're going to carry out the operation in August. Brother, from inside Islamic State, they will help. Oh, man. Instead, 8th of May, remember this happened last year, people. 2024, police executed a sting operation on the car park of the Last Drop Village Hotel in Bolton. So they were planning in the hotel, people, to carry out the bloodiest massacre on school, hospital, grocery stores, the whole Jewish community. They were going to wipe out in the bloodiest massacre, the biggest, bloodiest massacre in history in the UK. All right? So Hudi was caught red-handed. The guns unbeknown to him had been deactivated. All right. Sorry, guys, I was looking at something. In 1936, John Scott, the son of the late Guardian owner and a legendary editor. All right. So therefore, guys, like I said, this was a dangerous story. All right. These people was going to carry out the bloodiest massacre in history in England. All right. Killing all the Jews and everybody else that they claim that they wanted to kill, so to speak. Okay, guys? So this is troubling, but what can I say? All right? From there, guys, I want to give you guys the audio. So let's go to the audio, okay? Right here.
This was the moment a terrorist planning to target and kill hundreds of Jewish people in Manchester was hunted down himself.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist.
Father of two, Walid Sadawi, tried to smuggle weapons, including assault rifles, semi-automatic pistols, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition into the UK as part of an Islamic State-inspired plot. The Tunisian national wanted to kill as many people as he could by targeting schools, synagogues, and hospitals in the largest Jewish community outside London in 2024. Sadawi recruited Ammar Hussein, who was also inspired by extreme ISIS ideology.
This could have potentially been the most devastating and deadly terrorist attack in UK history.
Yep,
The
told
two
you
men
guys.
were caught red-handed after a third man they thought they were planning the attack with was an undercover officer.
They
One
got
of their
busted.
20 targets was close to the Manchester synagogue, where 2 men were killed in an anti-Semitic terror attack in October.
We're not surprised because the levels of anti-Semitism we have faced over the last 2 years has led to a radicalisation of certain people in our society.
After months of evidence, a jury found Sadawi and Hussein guilty of terror offences. They'll be sentenced at a later date. Bridget Rollison, ABC News, London.
Okay, guys. So, if you didn't know, that was going to happen in UK. And other innocent people were going to die as well. Other innocent people were going to die as well. All right? So let's get to the other part of the news. All right?
Just over a week on from the Bondi massacre, 2 men have been found guilty of planning what could have been the deadliest terror attacks against Jewish people on British soil. The Islamic State sleeper cell was planning to target nurseries, schools and shops.
A surprise arrest in a hotel car park ends an evil plan that could have taken hundreds of lives.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist.
38-year-old Walid Sadawi from Tunisia and 52-year-old Ammar Hussein from Kuwait were plotting the attack centred on the Jewish community in Manchester. What he didn't know at the time was he was liaising with an undercover agent.
It could have been utterly devastating based on the weaponry and the ammunition that they were taking possession of.
They planned to disguise themselves at rallies against anti-Semitism before opening fire, then moving on to strike Jewish nurseries, schools, shops and synagogues.
It could have been the deadliest terrorist attack ever.
So they were going to kill basically innocent people, even kids they were going to kill. Because nursery is children. Hospital is innocent, sick people. So this was a sick, radical, hey, this is extreme. To the full this is highest wickedness, guys. Seriously, but what can I say?
In UK history.
The pair's now been found guilty of planning the killing spree for the UK summer last year, driven by extremist Islamic State ideology and inspired by the deadly Paris attacks 10 years ago.
We only need to look at recent events in Australia to see the damage and the devastation that can be caused by firearms.
The Jewish community in Manchester was targeted more recently when 2 were killed and 3 injured at the hands of a separate terrorist on Yom Kippur.
The levels of anti-Semitism we have faced over the last 2 years has led to
Could you imagine, guys?
a radicalisation of certain people in our society.
Police here say the operation to uncover the plot was unprecedented in complexity. But just like in Sydney, an attack on the Jewish population in Britain is one on the entire population. In London.
So could you imagine, guys? So they were basically going to make a whole chaos. They were going to shoot down the whole place, people. Seriously, okay? So I want to show you guys the footage of when they apprehend him. Give me a second, okay?
At the touch of a button.
Ready. So this is the footage. 1 second. I want to show you guys the footage of when they get caught up.
Can you just listen to me now, yeah? I am listening. I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist. In that, you have been concerned in the commission, preparation, or instigation of acts of terrorism. Contrary to Section 40, 1 and B of the Terrorism Act 2000. You are suspected of preparing for a terrorist attack in the UK. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later learn in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Charger.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't say anything.
So this is unseen footage.
Do you understand the caution?
Remember this, they were gonna oh Jesus.
Terrorism, is it?
It's all related to terrorism, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make you guys continue to listen, okay? Keep on listening.
Okay.
Keep on listening.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, see, are you recording this? Are you listening? Are you're arrested, you're asking if it's been recorded this?
Sorry?
Your right hand side, if you look.
Yeah.
That's the camera there.
Where is it?
Right in front of you, on that hat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
People, I want to give you the rundown. This was going to be the bloodiest massacre in Manchester, England in 2024. Yes? Not only that, guys, they were going to kill everybody that they see, move on to the hospital, move on to the nurseries, innocent children. Then they were going to move on killing all the crusaders. Then they were going to go on and kill all the Christians. Not only that, people, they paid people to call 999. You know how you would call 911? They paid people to call 999 to throw the emergency number in a chaos. So by the time people to say 999, there's a massacre, there's people shooting, 999 would be slow to their roll. Slow to their roll, because remember, there will be so much emergency call coming in. So this was well planned out, but the shittiest part about it, people, it was well planned out by a police agent. Remember this man all this time? Recruiting people and never know that he recruit someone for the police, to be honest. So people, he was going to carry out the bloodiest massacre in England ever in 2024, if you never heard about the story. They were going to kill babies, sick people in the hospital, wipe out the crusaders, plus Christian. I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm going to revisit the story. Remember, people, they got caught in August 2024, just got sentenced. So let's continue to unpack. Listen, keep on listening. Keep on listening, guys. Okay? So that's how he came out and thought he was a... See? Okay? So that's the crazy part of the story, guys. And it's crazy to me. But we're not surprised. All right, guys? So if you never heard about the story, that's the story that I had to come and unpack this morning. I know that I've been absent on the live, basically. But like I said, I was so busy, real busy, with my life as well. Okay, guys? So I'm trying to come back to give you guys a content or two, most likely. So let me fill you in with the story one more time in regards of these people wanted to kill, murdered. Okay, so let me unpack this quick and fast and let you hear it for yourself again. Give me a second, all right? Listen for yourself.
Just over a week on from the Bondi massacre, 2 men have been found guilty of planning what could have been the deadliest terror attacks against Jewish people on British soil. The Islamic State sleeper cell was planning to target nurseries, schools and shops.
A surprise arrest in a hotel car park ends an evil plan that could have taken hundreds of lives.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist.
38-year-old Walid Sadawi from Tunisia and 52-year-old Amar Hussein from Kuwait were plotting the attack centred on the Jewish community in Manchester. Sadawi sourcing 4 AK-47s, 2 handguns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. What he didn't know at the time was he was liaising with an undercover agent.
It could have been utterly devastating based on the weaponry and the ammunition that they were taking possession of.
They planned to disguise themselves at rallies against anti-Semitism before opening fire.
You hear that,
then
guys?
Moving on to strike Jewish nurseries, schools, shops and synagogues.
So you hear that,
It
guys?
could have been the deadliest terrorist attack ever in UK history.
The pair's now been found guilty of planning the killing spree for the UK summer.
They were so radicalized people, even the people even the children in the nursery, they were gonna kill. Innocent babies. Once they're from the Jew community, they were gonna wipe them out. Once they were crusaders, they were going to wipe them out. Once they were Christians, they were going to wipe them out. They were also going to the hospitals to the sick to wipe them out. Not only that, it would be the bloodiest massacre you are going to ever heard in 2024 in England. Okay, guys? Not only that, guys. Not only that, when he recruited somebody that basically working for the police, if you could understand. All right. Not only that, guys, they were in the UK all this time plotting for the right time. All right. Not only that, guys, what is so disturbing and troubling, he said after the massacre, if they had any AK-47 left over, he was going to go give it to his son, and his son should go and carry out the same act when he grows. So this is extremist. All right. This is extremist, and this is troubling and disturbing. The son is so small, but the instruction would be, son, when you grow big, go be a terrorist, allegedly. And I could show you guys the whole paragraph, but I already showed it. So when you watch this live, just revisit that part that I already showed and highlighted the part that he said, guys. Okay? So this is troubling and disturbing, but we're not surprised. Okay? Not surprised. Let's continue.
Last year, driven by extremist Islamic State ideology and inspired by the deadly Paris attacks 10 years ago.
We only need to look at recent events in Australia to see the damage and the devastation that can be caused by firearms.
The Jewish community in Manchester was targeted more recently when 2 were killed and 3 injured at the hands of a separate terrorist on Yom Kippur.
The levels of anti-Semitism we have faced over the last 2 years has led to a radicalisation of certain people in our society.
Police here say the operation to uncover the plot was unprecedented in complexity. But just like in Sydney, an attack on the Jewish population in Britain is one on the entire...
So I'm not going to drag it out. Now you guys know that the Jewish community is a powerful community. You guys know that they have communities in many countries that is only Jews live there. And people will cry discrimination because how come in nowadays age you have a place that only Jews live there? Not only that, you know that the Jews are very powerful. You know that Kanye West came out and said a few things about the Jews. And he was basically banished by see you later, sayonara. You know that he had a whole heap of things to say. And not only that, allegedly, they claim that the Jews are the one that own most of the hip-hop stuff that goes on in the hip-hop world as gone to Kanye West. We know that in this lifetime, a lot of people can say a lot of things about different ethnic background and get a slide, get a pass. Like that guy that they end up shooting at the university, allegedly. He had a lot of things to say about all kind of people, but he got a pass. He was allowed to come out here and preach all of those things. But as soon as you say anything about the Jew community, most of the time, you're in hot water, you're in trouble. All right? Okay? So we got to be mindful out here that what we're preaching out here, seriously. Not only that, his brother also got charged for not telling the police that my brother is radicalized. My brother is going insane. My brother was going to carry out this massacre on synagogues, crusaders, Christians, hospitals, and the nursery, and the whole community to wipe out the bloodiest massacre in history in England, Manchester, if it did happen, all the way in August 2024. They just got sentenced, just got their time, just gonna face the bar, just gonna face the musical of being a terrorist, basically. So did you hear about the story? Have you heard about the story? Did you ever heard about the story? Okay, guys? So I could unpack it one more time so you guys could hear it for yourself. All right? All right, so I want to get in this part. Let's get to this part, okay? 1 second. 1 second, guys, because I don't want the commercial to land in it. 1 second.
This was the moment
Listen.
a terrorist planning to target and kill hundreds of Jewish people in Manchester
Listen.
was hunted down himself.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist.
Father of two, Waleed Sadawi, tried to smuggle weapons, including assault rifles, semi-automatic pistols, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition into the UK as part of an Islamic State-inspired plot. The Tunisian national wanted to kill as many people as he could by targeting schools, synagogues, and hospitals in the largest Jewish community outside London in 2024.
So you see? So he, remember, you know, the nursery, the schools, the hospital, the synagogues, the whole community. He was going to wipe out everything that they seen. Not only that, they paid someone, many people, to call 999. What is 999 if you're from the UK? The emergency number. So if you're going to create and carry out a plot like this, and then you pay people to call 999. What do you think going to happen to the emergency number? The emergency number is going to get so jammed up, back up, till they're going to get away. And what did they say when they get away, where they're going to go, people? They were going to go to the nursery to go wipe down the whole of the children. They were going to go to the hospital, go kill even the sick. Make that make sense for you. Are you in the UK? Are you in England? Did you hear about the story? Did you hear about the bloodiest massacre that was going to drop in August 2024? Make that make sense. It's not only Jews they were going to kill, they were going to kill Christians as well. So let's continue to unpack.
Dowie recruited Ammar Hussein, who was also inspired by the same extreme ISIS ideology.
This could have potentially been the most devastating and deadly terrorist attack in UK history.
The two men were caught red-handed after a third man they thought they were planning the attacks with was an undercover officer.
What did I say to you? So they were so stupid enough. Only in their mind is kill, kill, kill. They didn't even know that they were plotting with a police officer. So big up the police officers, them that were right there on the ground listening, because the thousands of people were going to wipe down. You guys won't even come back from this, England. Manchester, you guys would be so heartbroken whether you weren't a Jew, a Christian, or a crusader. You're going to be broken, bare blood. Could you imagine what the world gone to? Could you imagine where the world gone to, people? But nevertheless, let's continue to unpack.
One of their 20 targets was close to the Manchester synagogue, where two men were killed in an anti-Semitic terror attack in October.
We're not surprised, because the levels of anti-Semitism we have faced over the last 2 years has led to a radicalisation.
So I am not going to drag it out. If you were here earlier, you already see all of that. But because you guys, some of you guys are just rolling in because I've been absent from my channel for a while. People, I've been absent. I've been busy. Yes, I had some time off of work, you know. But I was really busy with another thing. And not only that, people, family comes first. Not only that, guys, my peace come first. You know, sometimes you just don't even want to pick up your phone and say, I was extremely busy anyways, guys, running around with the kiddies, running around with the family, doing a lot of things. You know, when you're out of your house and you're working and you're doing you're doing a lot of things, your house sometimes is in craziness. So I had all my washroom to revamp, you know, there was so many things that I had to do over the holidays, guys. And I said to you guys, for New Year's, I'm coming to speak to you guys. So I never abandon you guys. No, I'm still around you. But if you guys watch the videos that I drop, just to keep you guys occupied, and if you guys watch the shorts, we could always see eye to eye that I'm busy, but I give you a little bit of remember, you know, a little bit is better than nothing. Okay, a little bit is better than nothing. So if I give you a 2-minute shorts, I'm just saying appreciate it, please, and thank you, because I'm a busy person. Remember, I gotta mind the business that pays me. YouTube don't pay me. I do this for free. You notice in none of my videos I don't put no ads. You notice this, guys? You notice this because I just come and talk. It's just a place, a place or a cyber world that I could come and just talk and give you guys a story and say, guys, have a good day. You understand what I'm saying? So nevertheless, guys, like I said, please tune in the morning time, like around this time or early, like how I used to come on to drop the live them. And you guys notice on this channel as well, if you watch other channels, they only give you videos. They don't do lives. Some people who do lives don't do videos. And some people who do videos don't do live, don't do shorts. So I do everything on this channel for you guys. Not only that, if you guys notice on this channel, I do a lot on this channel. We do bathroom situation. We do garden situation. We do food situation, shopping situation. Everything I do on this channel. So please appreciate it that this channel is article. This channel is article. Has a lot of articles at times when I come and drop all of these things. And not only that, people, there's different topics in the content that I come forward. So please appreciate it because a lot of people are not sitting down on their YouTube like this to do anything like that because all they want to do is make the money. Once they're making the money, they become some lazy ass and give anything else that they want to give. Okay, guys? So that's the story. So have you heard about that story, people? Have you? And if you haven't, now you know. And if you haven't, then first and you second. Okay, guys, right there. So I hope your holiday was wonderful. I hope you guys enjoy everything, enjoy all the family and stuff like that, because today we're here and tomorrow we're gone. Okay, guys, quick and fast. So nevertheless, people, let's get into some other things because girl gotta push out, girl gotta clock in. All right, so let's go. Anyways, guys, let's unpack some more stuff, shall we? Shall we? So you guys know that ICE is on the run. And you know that ICE been out here apprehending all kind of people. You guys know this, right? And you guys know that there's a march going on right now in the US because of ICE decided that their life was in jeopardy, they claim, and they end up shooting a lady. So let's go to breaking news quick and fast, all right?
Investigating a fatal shooting by an ICE agent.
We're going to sell it in the marketplace. At market
1 second,
rates, not
okay?
at the discount
1
price
second.
where it's good.
Why Americans
1 second.
are disturbing. They were caught on camera and could be upsetting for you to watch. The Department of Homeland Security confirms the unidentified woman was shot in her car after allegedly trying to run over law enforcement officers. DHS claims a federal agent, fearing for his own life, opened fire.
It was an act of
No.
domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle.
The mayor of Minneapolis says the self-defense justification cannot be supported.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody
It's disturbing.
directly, that is.
The mayor is now demanding that ICE agents leave the city. The shooting happened just 4 blocks from where African-American George Floyd was killed by a white police officer in 2020, sparking nationwide demonstrations. Well, a lot of other moving parts
All right,
with
people.
the American seizure of 2 ships carrying Venezuelan oil.
So now, you remember the other day, I want to throw this in there because I'm coming back tomorrow morning with a different content. And the day before, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after. So the day before, I've been giving you guys shorts, a little bit of videos. But you see, after today, video after video, live after live after live, because we have to get back into a routine that I left off before the new year. Yes? Like around this time, I come and talk to you guys and say, guys, that's your content for the day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for inviting me in your home and all your devices. Okay, people? Nevertheless, remember the other day I say to you guys, the Venezuela bombing. Did I say that? And I said to you, so there's a bigger picture. And I know almost over here ready to kill me. Oh, we don't like drug dealers. We don't like drug dealers. They shouldn't be coming to America. Ho, 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 ho. And I said, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Didn't the president was out here pardoning drug traffickers, drug pushers? And if that's so, then therefore, if you're pardoning and pardoning people that selling drugs, drug pushers, then you cannot bomb the Venezuela coming in the sea. You gotta apprehend them, lock them up, let they do their time behind bars. Let us see the drugs so we could know that they're drug pushers. Didn't I not say that? Didn't I not say that there's a bigger picture? So said, so done. What's happening right now, people? America is taking over Venezuela. For what now, people? Their oil, their oil, their oil, their oil. So didn't I not call it? So only did want to argue with me. How come they didn't want to beat me like you guys' daughters? How come you guys wanted to beat me out here? Hey, I don't even know how to sum it up. You guys wanted to beat me out here like I was telling stories. Like I was off my ruckus. Like I was telling any unbelief story. Now you see it for yourself? So was I lying? I should have bet you guys on this one like how I bet you guys with the Diddy case. I should have bet you guys on this one and say, guys, come put up on the money. Let's see what's going to happen to Venezuela. And let's see how America going to go there and take their stuff. So said, so done. So was I lying? So anybody else who have aisle, like all of the Afghan... Listen, man. Remember, these people don't go in a country for no reason. They go in the country for something else. So right now, if you're not careful, Trinidad has to be careful. China has to be careful. All different these Caribbean little small islands has to be careful because Donald Trump is coming. So when we always heard about World War I and World War II, we saw World War III almost for because we saw the Ukraine story. Yes? And now, as you can see, America is pushing their foot to almost war, tata, war. So the question I want to ask you guys, was that kidnapping or the president was the Venezuela government was a drug pusher? You guys believe so? I don't think so. But nevertheless, people, I will come on and unpack that some other day and give you guys more detail because I never tell a lie. Remember, I tell you guys this. All right? So nevertheless, people, from there, protests are gone because the lady was shot. All right? 1 second. I'm going to jump off of this. So, guys, there's a protest going on right now with a lady that was shot. All right? So, let's go. Let's go. 1 second. You know we have to skip out the...
From the federal government.
So, there's a protest.
You've done enough. There's nothing more important.
So, this is the live. So, we're going to move from the live because we don't want to watch the live, right? Good morning, Wendy, Wonder Choto. Good morning. I don't want to butcher your name. Okay, good morning. So from there, guys, let's go back here. I don't want to watch the live because the live is long and drawn out and I don't want to watch the live. Okay, but we want to go back to 1 second. So there's a protest out here. Protest.
Did you call any of your people yet? Man, I just smoked this lady right here, cuz.
And there's a protest going on.
This lady right here, bro.
See, so she's dead.
Her wife is in her car. Her wife up over there with blood all up over her face and shit, bro. Like, they had just really came out here tweaking, bro. I was just chilling. Just heard some shots.
And there's a protest going on after this too. Ice them out here crazy. Okay, guys. Yo, so when you think about it, people, it's gonna get more dangerous. Okay, it's gonna be more dangerous right now as you speak in America. Because of that oil situation, there's gonna be a lot of problem happening in America.
Prayed and demanded answers. But the mood also turned toward anger and
protests.
Crowds chanted anti-ICE slogans, calling on the agency to leave Minneapolis. Demonstrations began spreading across the city, and in some areas, tensions flared between protesters and law enforcement. Tonight, the investigation continues. At the center of it all is a single haunting question. Was this truly self-defense or an unnecessary use of deadly force? The answer will not only shape public trust in law enforcement, but the future of immigration enforcement in America.
All right, then.
A woman is dead. Federal agents are under investigation, and two very different versions of the truth are now colliding. What really happened on that Minneapolis street? Let's break it down.
Listen.
The shooting happened in a quiet residential neighborhood near East 34th Street and Portland Avenue.
I have to give you guys a background,
According to officials from the Department of Homeland Security, agents say Good attempted to run them over with her SUV.
You're there.
They've described the shooting as self-defense and even referred to the incident as an act of domestic terrorism.
Judge.
But multiple videos from the scene appear to contradict that claim. Bystander footage shows the vehicle moving slowly or attempting to drive away, rather than accelerating directly toward officers. The FBI is now investigating, and this marks the 9th ICE-involved shooting since September 2025.
Didn't I not tell you that?
Eyewitnesses say they didn't...
How much ICE shooting? So didn't I not tell you, say it's going to get crazy, man? Didn't I not tell you guys that America is going to get crazy? Didn't I not say so to you guys? So look out for more dead bodies when it comes to ICE. They're armed and dangerous, yeah? And they're not playing. And when they come to apprehend you because of immigration, when they want you out of the country, then remember I tell you they're going to put up a fight like how you're putting up a fight. So the question becomes, are you illegally in America? And the next question becomes, are you buying all of these good, nice things like how I buy all of these good, nice things and never go and expulge your criminal record? That's about it, you know, people. Yes, they can pull up on you and say, show me your IDs. And you show your IDs. Yes, they're also pulling up on people with green cards and those kind of things. But most of all, they're out here getting people with criminal records out here. Yes? That's what they claim that they're getting, people out of their country who's out here and have criminal record. So do you have a criminal record, and when do you expect to go and expulge it? Are you out here buying shoes for $200, $300, $400, glasses like myself, all kind of these things, and not expulge your criminal record? Well, kudos to you. Who would sit down there for ages on top of ages and don't go clean up their criminal record, knowing that that shit could bite you in your ass later? Remember, your past usually most likely becomes your present. So big up the good people them with no criminal record, and big up the people them who had a past and change. Because remember, everybody's not perfect. Remember, we're not perfect. Remember, we're not perfect at all. So I won't knock anyone. But if you slip up in the past, we're in the future right now. And ICE out here right now. So the question becomes, are you sitting down on a 15, 25, 30, 35, 40 years with a convictions and never go expulge it? I'm going to shout out shame on ya. Because remember, you're buying all kind of shoes, doing all these kind of things, all kind of clothes. And when you add up all of them clothes and shoes money, it was a lawyer fee to go and expulge your criminal record. All I'm saying, in my country, it's 5 years after. Depends on the charge, 3 years after. Depends, bro. You understand? So we always say, walk in the good light, be mindful, don't do any crime, so you gotta do the time. That's all I am shouting. Okay, guys? Stay away from out of the jail cell. Stay away from out of the prison. Because remember, prison don't make for dog. And remember, most of these factories that are not out here making things, those things are made in prison. Coffin, military gears, canoes. Do you guys want me to keep on going? All the things that is made in prison. Not only that, a lot of people out here now get a trade. Won't even go to school, won't do shit. But as soon as they land in prison, oh, I am a tailor. Oh, I am a welder. Oh, I am a this. Oh, I am a that. Man up and do the best thing that you can. All right? A lot of people out here not going to get a trade. A lot of people out here not going to get a career. A lot of people out here don't believe in jobs. If you're freelance and you make your money, kudos to you. If you're blogging and you make your money, kudos to you. If you're out here thief, rob, and steal, simple as that. Okay? So I'm just shouting From a good Samaritan to you all, if you have a criminal record, act on it. Go and find out how many years you had that criminal record. Go and find out where you can expulge that criminal record. Please and thank you. Because remember, you know, there's a lot of people in America have criminal record and pushing up been there for a long time. Okay? Seriously? Michael, Steven, good morning. All right? So me just a shout out that quick and fast. All right? I know you haven't seen me, guys, but I'm back. Okay? Pull up in the YouTube. I don't watch nobody. Pull up in the YouTube. Here comes my audience. Pull up in the YouTube. I know I haven't been here. Pull up in the YouTube. See me right now. Pull up in the audience. I don't watch nobody. Simple as that, people. So I am here. Okay? I told you. Give me some time. Give me some personal time. Then me will come and say, here I am. Here I am. Where have you been? Okay, guys? Seriously. Anyways, guys, so I don't know what else to tell you guys. I think it's good enough that I dropped this like I haven't been around for a while. Wanna think almost an hour is good. All right, let me fill in the blank with the rest of the hour and say, see ya. I gotta clock in and mind my business that pays me. All right, people? Seriously. But nevertheless, people, all right. So now you guys know that I always talk about some things. Now remember I say to you guys sooner or later, if you're working in a factory, and you realize that the factory business is not helping you out, it's time for you to find something else to do. I know you if you've been working at a workplace for a long time and for you know if you go start over a workplace, know some new co-workers, start over your probation, it's a big headache. I get it. But remember, sooner or later, these factories are gonna be taken over by come now, man. Make we unpack that one here now, man. Because when I come with some strange thing, you guys be like, yo, you're strangers. F. Guys, car giant Hyundai to use human like robots in factories. So no much factory job. Nobody in Hyundai no more gonna be building cars. Who gonna be building? Soon the best friend here? Robots. See you guys, best friend here gonna take over all the factory jobs. Remember, most of these companies don't want to pay any health benefits. Just want the robot to work round the clock without taking any break. No lunch, no health benefits. Nothing of that sort. When the robot them done, you just turn them off, go into the corner. Can you do human beings like that? Nah. You gotta give them some benefits. Health benefits, dental benefits, everything that come with a full-time job. Not only that, you have to be mindful how you deal with your workers as an employer, because you will end up in human rights lawsuit, all kind of lawsuit, harassment, all kind of things when you deal with human beings in a workplace. So right now the robot them says, see me ya, me there ya, mama and papa, take your hand from your jaw. Seriously. So did you guys know this? So remember I say to you guys, a lot of people not out here now, and I come out here with an AI. Make we have a conversation on this one. Maybe I should have come back with another topic or two. But listen, for them to make you guys comfortable against robots, they had to throw out AI out here. Once you throw out AI out here and everybody is comfortable with it, you'll be comfortable with the robots. A long time robots in the hospital doing surgery. Long time robots are in the hospital doing surgery. So you see what this world is going to be? If we're having so much natural disasters, so much sickness, so much people are dying, mothers are killing children, children are killing mothers, cancer, the whole nine that are wiping out the human beings. And not only that, the little bit of human beings that we have left, they take out the humanity out of human beings till they come like animals out here. No love. Then what is this world going to look like? In 2020, in 2035, our robots we're going to be walking against out here. You hear me telling you? So I maybe sound crazy, but remember my words, if I'm still on this YouTube and you're around, you're going to come and shake my hand and say, Giallo, you are so right. So when they brought out AI out here, they're just making you comfortable. And when they bring these robots now in Hyundai to make these cars, they're only making you comfortable. Sooner or later, you're going to find robots in grocery stores. Sooner or later, grocery store not going to have no workers. You already see the robots in some of these grocery stores. Perfect example, the cashier. The cash register is a robot. Anything to do with electronic, anything to do with anything, don't have to be from a robot that walking like the robot that I showed you guys here. They don't have to literally look like this. Anything that has computer and replace human beings, you will call them robots. The last time I checked, unless I'm saying something else, right, people? But look at in the grocery store. They replace workers, human beings, with a regular self-checkout thing. And every time I go to the store, I don't go to those things because I'm looking like shit. You could have hired somebody here, bro. You could have gave that somebody that job. So when I go to Walmart and those places, because you know girl likes to shop, hey, yo, I don't go in none of those lines because I'm not encouraging self-checkout to take over human being jobs. So what did I say to you guys from long time? Cashiers, factory jobs, waitress. Remember, so if you go in some of these Chinese restaurants, they already have a robot bringing your food to you. Okay? So many other things. So many jobs that are not out here are in prison. And many jobs out here that are really lingering out here now are going to be replaced by robot. So the question I want to ask you, what kind of job you have can be replaced by robot? The only job right now cannot be really replaced by robot. And even the other day I came before I came off and said, guys, I need some personal time. I came and show you guys that there was robots in nursing home looking after people. Remember I came and show you guys that? So all the healthcare systems sooner or later are going to have robot system and robots because a long time hospital been using robots to do operation. Okay, guys? So what job you have that the robots are not going to take over? I'm going to leave that homework with you guys today and I'll come back, come chat with me next day. Okay, guys? Just shouting it out, just shouting it out, just shouting it out. Let's go on the phone for a second and round up this live quick and fast, all right? Okay, guys, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? So let's go to Jamaica for a second. Quick and fast. Bam. See where ya. Jeremy Taylor, one of Jamaica's most senior prosecutor, has been appointed director of the public prosecution of Turks and Caicos Island. So is that a good look for the man? Was he a good man? Do you think this is a good look? You think that when moving from one job to the next is a good look? Remember, being a prosecutor is not easy. So do you think it's a good look for this man? Let me know about it. Kiss me teeth and pass like literally. Next. All right, guys. We also want to talk about, one second. If I could find it, if I can't find it, I'm going to kiss me teeth and pass. Now this actor. We get to understand that his daughter passed away. Found her in a room somewhere. And they said this may be drug overdose allegedly. All kind of things allegedly. Whatever your thought is. Here's the daughter. Okay? Daughter passed away. So sudden. They want to know what it is. They say maybe it's drugs. Maybe it's all kind of story. I am not sure. Okay, guys? Let's go back to Jamaica one more time. So if we go drag out Jaden. Imagine that. The amount of bloggers I see out here blogging and talking all kind of shit, basically. And we know that Jaden's story got lots of eye on the ground when it came to Jaden's story. But when you really think about it, people, that little boy should have been more highlighted. Could you imagine that auntie in the house was careless? Leave the little baby for our next little child to watch. Not for you guys do them look a careless thing there. Leave the other siblings to watch the sibling because they're too busy on phone, watching TV, busy doing nothing. They claim that the child fell and broke some part of his body. All right? Or hurt some part of his body. They claim that mom fly down from America, came down and hurt Jaden allegedly. Until now, that little boy hasn't been found. The first time I heard about this story, I said, guys, oh my guys, you don't see that they're not looking after that child? Every picture, every school picture you see with this child is just his uniform, not if no other picture really. Not only that, guys, we understand the day when he went to school, there was no phone he had. And I came back and I checked you guys and I said, guys, imagine that the mother gave away Jaden to the father. The father passed him around like pass around donkey. Gave it to his brother, basically. Because the lady is, I think, is the man, Jaden, the man in the house, wife. So makes her the so-called auntie. Whatever it is. Whatever I want to make up on a family, on a make-believe family. Whatever. What I realize, when they claim, say, he never had his phone. They said the little boy in the house says, don't call Jaden on the regular line of the phone. Basically, him have no data. I could understand that. Call him on WhatsApp. A lot of people that don't have data, phone can use on WhatsApp because they only use Wi-Fi. So me just go kiss me teeth and pass. Like literally. So you take a child, claims to have big money popping everywhere, and he doesn't have a working phone. Red flag. Move on the nastiness. Red flag. Not only that, what I noticed about the story, mother gave away Jaden and come and shout next, he's my fourth child and I had to give him away because I never really had nothing and nothing at all. Really, mama? Then what happened next? Mama go breed and have others. Kiss me teeth and pass. Carelessness. Me a shout. I hate when mothers go out here and have children. Give away 1 and 2 or 1 and then continue to have them. Why you give away your 1 and 2 and then come back and have? You're supposed to make sure you go collect the one where you give away and come and have more if you want to have more. I'm not saying people shouldn't breed out here, but don't breed and have children and get pregnant and leave you in the mercy of the world. Do your part, it's your children. Me have to shout. Nevertheless, guys, the mom ended up having other children and never went back to go get Jaden. Till when she see Jaden, Jaden hardly want to talk. When Jaden see the grandma, Jaden just pass quietly because they're ready. Darken his mind about the family. Not only that, that morning when Jaden was leaving, we get to understand they were supposed to give Jaden, I think, $2,000 or $3,000. And Jaden got $5,000 that day because the so-called uncle or the driver or the taxi man or the so-called security guard at the school never had any change. Didn't have any change. Now come with me, walk with me now hand in hand with this story. If you give a child $5,000 and you're supposed to give him $3,000 or $2,000 that morning, and that child had to go back and turn into his piggy bank and take out the money to add to that lunch money to buy pizza, then the lunch money that you've been giving that child every day and already in a day, little bit. Not enough to buy lunch. Kiss me teeth and pass. So not only that they couldn't give the child proper lunch money, they had the child and now the child never have no working phone. So mom, gave away the child to somebody who can't even look after the child. Kiss me teeth and pass. When we hear about the story here, so Jaden working at the house like any slave. Oh, he work and we pay him. We work and we pay him. We work and we pay him. Really? We know that a lot of parents pay their children for chores, but really? So when you really think about it, because of the mom carelessness, I was stunned in my mind and I was like, oh my. You end up giving away that child and come back with other kids. And when you come back with other kids and the people them find you, you never had a working phone. It's L.A. Lewis had to come buy you a working phone and hear the man in the background, the so-called baby father. Yeah, man, the phone good, man. Yeah, man, the phone good, man. Yeah, man. And I'm just making up words. Yeah, man, the phone good, man. Worthless, cutlass you could ever be. You have a woman and giving her children and you couldn't even buy her a phone. And you're a woman of having children and you don't have a working phone. And you're a woman that go give away your one and come back and have 2 more. Shame on you, bro. So sometimes me just kiss me teeth and pass. So when me tell you, say liberty come through, carelessness. And I may be sound harsh, but good God, man, you can't give away your child and then go have more. You have to go back for the one where you give away. The last time I check as a mother. Okay, guys, I have children, but all of them, they are my foot to the foot. We don't play that. Okay, people? When I scatter with kids, I'm like gunshot or corn grain for chickens. We're not. We're out here being mother, out here being a parent. We're not perfect, but at least, all right? No banks left in many areas or a cash machine. The human experience is changing into something that's not good to us. Exactly. And you know that I'm old school. I still go in the bank and pay my bills. I don't tap my card to pay for nothing. I don't use my Apple Watch to pay for nothing. None of that sort, people. Me old school like old school donkey. Seriously. Kiss me teeth and pass. So now the reason why I say that all about Jaden to give you the rundown, because the police come out and say this. No, sir. Right here.
Now the people have stated, people have voiced their concerns. Them feel like the police are more focused on other things than searching for Jaden Smith. Now the police have said,
strength, clarity of purpose, and safe return home after every tour of duty. I remain confident that, united in resolve and guided by our values, we will continue to serve, protect, and reassure our people and build on the progress we have worked so hard to achieve.
there's a lot of work still to be done.
Okay.
Law enforcement.
So the law enforcement out here still that they claim they're looking for Jaden. Where's Jaden? After the storm drop in Jamaica, if his body was somewhere in a gully, you think the body is still there? And the amount of people that are being they still have to exhume, and a lot of people that they still have to take out of water and all kind of dead people and stuff like that. Even if they find Jaden, would they know if it's Jaden? Because remember, he was allegedly passed away, I would think, because when a child run away, sooner or later, if that child was alive, sooner or later, you understand what I'm saying? Or if that child end up in children trafficking, okay, I could understand that. But literally, if that little boy is dead on the island somewhere, then you guys are going to know where his body is. You guys going to find his body now? So right now, all of the bloggers that were out here in a mix-up should have highlighted the story and pressure the family some more. But they didn't. They didn't. Everybody else is talking about everybody else's business instead of go talk about this little boy. So when I hear the lots of these bloggers talking about a child and who are deadbeat from who's not a deadbeat, I'm like, but this is a child. This was an innocent child, couldn't protect himself. He disappeared out of thin air and nobody's not looking for him. Kiss me teeth and pass. Like, next. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this live 2 minutes for 7 and I got to run. Okay, guys? So I had to come and highlight that quick and fast. All right? What else I have to talk about? I think I'm going to leave it there. To be honest, I had a few more things on the talk, but I'm over my time. I'll catch you guys tomorrow around this time earlier. If you guys don't see me this time, I'll be on earlier and the live will be up. So please go watch the live. And not only that, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for inviting me in your home on many devices. Thank you so much for your patience, because it's not easy to listen to me read and talk about all of these things. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like I said, I never ever abandoned you guys. I was just extremely busy. Not only that, guys, if you guys don't see a live, please watch the video. I'll give you guys a video in between. If you guys don't see a video, please watch the shorts. It's just something for you guys to glimpse and kiss on the teeth and say, tra. She busy like bee. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So nevertheless, Happy New Year, guys, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hope this year bring joy, peace, and good health. And good money. Because money can't buy life. Money can't buy health. But we need it. Seriously. Nevertheless, people, I'll leave this one with, like right here. Right here. It's Thankful Thursday. Quick. Tell me at least 3 things you're thankful for right now. Go. So we thank God for life. We are alive. Thank God for health. We have health. Thank you for peace. We have peace. And all of those things you can shout out. Happy Thursday. Until I catch you guys again. Until we meet. Bye.